people anxiously. Not once did speak to me. When tides came, did not flee.
Hai.
Hai Sobat Botak, balik lagi bersama aku Tia dan dia yang sudah lama tidak kelihatan karena dia habis itu cuti hamil.
Ya, enggak, jadi gini teman-teman. Ini adalah pengganti saya. Habis ini saya akan pensiun karena saya harus jadi pemain bola. Jadi pemain bola.
Jadi sekarang kita ditemenin sama Shan. Terus episode kali ini kita itu ya collab, jadi nanti ada di YouTube aku sama ada di YouTube-nya Shan. Cuman mungkin
ada di YouTube aku juga.
Oh iya.
Bahas pura-pura. Iya, YouTube aku jangan lupa subscribe ya. Subscribe.
Kalau YouTube-nya Shan only plan juga subscribe ya. Oke, untuk episode kali ini mungkin YouTube-nya Shan bakalan lebih banyak karena kan ini bahas tentang
ekspor dan juga ekspor.
Oh iya, ekspor sama satu lagi ekspor.
Iya, tiga. Karena jamak. Ekspor.
Terus kita mau ini kan ya nursery tour ya, lihat-lihat ya di sini ada apa aja.
Di mana ini kita kasih tahu dong?
Di depannya S.
Green.
Depannya S.
Oh, depannya S. Sierra Nevada. Kita lagi ada di Sierra Nevada. Sawangan.
Dari Sawangan di tempatnya Mas Riko Titik Hijau. Gak ada, ini emang kita dikasih kunci tadi.
Jadi Titik Hijau itu terkenal tidak pernah mau kelihatan orangnya. Jadi cuma ngasih kunci. Nih, datang aja deh.
Ada Mas siapa ya tapi di situ?
Mas Titik.
Mas Titik. Cuma ada Mas Titik, Mas Hijau ya nggak ada.
Nggak ada. Mas Hijau lagi pergi.
Ya, welcome. This is our nursery.
Yeah.
Welcome to my cribs gitu ya.
Jadi paling kalau misalnya dari YouTube aku karena yang banyak yang nontonnya orang-orang sini ya. Jadi mungkin kita mau lihat contekan sebenarnya apa aja sih Titik Hijau tuh punya apa aja, atau mungkin kalau kita mau nyari barang ada di sini, atau misalnya yang Titik Hijau lagi produksi itu apa. Jadi buat contekan kita ngikutin kan, berarti kan trennya kita ngikut nih ke Mas Riko nih.
Siap. Boleh.
Karena Mas Riko kan itu kan tahu pasar luar tuh apa, di mana apa aja kayak gitu sih.
Kalau lu taunya pasar apa?
Saya pasar itu Mede.
Oh, pasar. Saya taunya pasar goib. Pasar goib.
Ya udah.
Gitu, oke?
Boleh masuk Mas?
Oke,
Kita ikut semuanya.
Mari ikut.
Jangan lupa subscribe, like.
Like, comment.
Boleh, gua nggak pakai masker.
Wah, parah. Netizen.
Pas di dalam pakai
Ini.
masker.
Nah.
And thank you for having us. So we're gonna just look around. Is there anything that you want to call out to us?
About the plant collection.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, we are focusing to the collector item here in Titik Hijau actually, and then 90% more I think our business purpose only for the export. Yeah, only for the exports, and then local customers like 10 to 5% I think. That's our main business here. So I think if you guys want to go to export to have good return for the plant styling, I think you have to play both regular plants and then the collector item as your backup for the collector items, which is we know the regular plants, we don't know the trend. Sometimes it's very relative, right? Yeah, that's my suggestions. I think if you want to be an exporter, yeah. Yeah, you can see our collection here.
Can you show us some examples of rare and you said collect?
Rare, yeah. Like you see here, this is the Skin Diffuse Moonlight variegated, right? This is the white variegated. This is the yellow variegated. You cannot find anywhere unless in Indonesia. That's why we need to expose this plant for the globally. Some influencers, some plant collectors, some exporters need to boost this plant. Very interesting plants. Okay. But with the strengthness, I think we can compete. We can fight with the global market.
Nice.
Right? As we can sell as a one leaf and then two leaves, depending on the customer's demand. So you know, these leaves. Per leaves you can sell about 1,000 USD I think.
Wow.
It's quite
For one leaf?
Yeah, one leaf only.
Okay.
One leaf only. You know, I just sold I just sold this. This is to be black variegated half moon. Yeah, we just sold last week about 1,500 USD a leaf.
Wow.
A leaf, right?
Yeah.
So you can't find anywhere unless in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And also, I think here in Titik Hijau also.
Nice.
I don't know. It's hard to maintain to get the half moon variegated with the stable variegated, right?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is exactly half moon.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
And this is naturally occurring variegation. Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
This is also very slow growing. Yeah.
Yes. Very very slow. I just got these plants about last year's about November's. We are going to have November's again, right?
Yeah.
So almost 1 year.
Almost 1 year.
Almost 1 year. You can see this is also, we name it as Scindapsus Ruby Moonlight, but some people call it as Superstars, I think. Superstars, very very slow grow. I just have it about January or February 2021, and then after 6 months we propagate one leaf. When I have it, I
Right
need
now?
about 2 months, 2 months or 3 months.
And usually in the wild, these guys, they don't survive, right? Because the green one will compete.
I don't
and
think
win.
so, because here in Sawangan, in my place, the weather is quite hot, I think. Sometimes we got 39, 38, something like that. But here they can survive with no burns, right?
38, 39.
No, I mean like
Yes.
because the
Yes.
variegation, right? Because of the
Yeah,
variegation,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
slow growing.
Mhm.
So other fast growing plants will take over. They
Yeah,
will
yeah.
win the competition.
Yes,
So
yes.
this
Yes.
is an unlikely survivor in
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah,
In nature.
Yeah, if we put this outside now,
Mhm.
probably it may not survive as well because all the other foliage,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
rainforest
yeah.
will cover
Yeah.
cover it.
Yeah,
This is
maybe.
why they're
I
expensive.
never do
It
that.
will saved by our hunter
Yeah.
to get it to give to the nursery.
Yeah, this is my mother plants, I think. This is my mother plants. I cut them one leaf, and then to get for 2 leaves, I think I need to have about 2 months, I think, to get these 2 leaves, baby, right?
And then, is it actually are ready to sell for this kind of leaf? I mean, you are telling us that you are propagating one leaf. If one day your customer asks you, can I buy it for only one leaf? Is it? Are you?
That's
Are you?
possible.
Oh,
That's possible.
okay.
That's possible. As long as the root is good, right?
Yeah.
So we can send it, but for me, to be honest, I want to grow as mother plant first in one batch, like 15 whole, but we cannot meet all of them because hard to get the roots. This root is very very small.
Yeah.
So once you cut it, you need to get the roots well first, and then they grow the baby. That's spending time. And that's the problem when we grow the Scindapsus variegated.
And the variegation looks stable, yeah? Is it?
Yeah, that's the point, because in Indonesia there are many sorts. We got from Borneo, we got from the Sulawesi, from the Papua, but the quality no one can know. So once the plants come here, we need to check about the quality. Once the variegated is good, and then when we notice this will be stable, so we grow it. But the rejected plants we sell directly. So we just collect for the stable plant only. Yeah, that's the situation, I think, for the jungle plant here in Indonesia.
Kamu udah punya belum, Sen?
Punya.
Punya ya?
Iya.
Ini tuh salah satu yang ini loh, high demand loh kalau buat ekspor kalau dari Indonesia. Terus untuk, nah untuk apa? Kalau misalnya Mas Riko tuh caranya, instead of misalnya ya lagi lesu gitu, dia bertani. Jadi nanti once marketnya siap, demandnya ada, momennya pas, baru dikeluarin dan kita punya stok gitu. Jadi bukannya kayak main cepet-cepetan jual gitu.
Iya.
Strateginya ya kayak gitu.
Lebih banyak banget ada lebih.
Iya banyak.
Serak.
Bayangin ini kan baru, apalagi ini kan cepet ya. Mungkin dalam 6 bulan udah bisa jadi mother plant lagi kan?
Iya.
Iya.
Propagated gampang sih mereka. Cuma variegated lebih pelan ya dari yang green ya.
Betul.
Jauh lebih pelan.
Tapi ya Flowbait termasuk yang variegatanya stabil ya dibanding tanaman-tanaman variegata lain.
Ini kali ini ya, ini kali mother plant awal ini kali jangan-jangan.
Bisa jadi ini udah ada mang.
Ini adalah suatu pencapaian tujuan akhir di mana akhirnya ini akan di-cutting. Gitu.
Terus juga salah satu selain tadi ya ini ya Goldie.
Wow.
Ini juga pas di tengah ya ini variegatanya.
Iya, cuman ya Goldie gitu ya, agak-agak
Agak-agak
floral.
tricky. Kadang di-cutting.
Kalau kita lihat tuh variegatanya di sebelah sini nih.
Iya.
Ini daunnya ada dong ya berikutnya.
Iya dong.
Ada.
Ini sudah pernah di-cutting.
Oh, udah pernah ya?
Ya. Dan
iya.
untungnya tumbuh lagi dan ada variegatednya.
Variegatanya. Padahal daun bawahnya udah hijau-hijau.
Daun bawahnya padahal udah hijau.
Jadi bangunan yang di-cutting tadi.
Jadi bangunan.
Jadi nursery kayak
Jadi
gitu.
nursery.
Ini juga ya tuh. Tomatopilum tuh Sian juga salah satu yang ini produk kuat dari Indonesia lah. Aidiman keluar ya.
Dia besarnya tuh kayak batang keras gitu ya.
Kayak pilo batang keras. Jadi kayak hampir kayak kayu.
Tapi tomatopilum cacahnya nggak segampang philodendron ya kayaknya.
Tapi bisa keluarnya bisa langsung 3 tunas sekaligus dan langsung aktif. Kalau beberapa pilo kan harus nungguin satu di cutting baru yang lainnya keluar ya. Kalau tomatopilum memungkinkan banget tuh cutting langsung keluar banyak tunas.
Jadi, lu masuk sini. Pak.
Cuman ya itu nggak bisa kayak tanaman segini nggak bisa kamu cutting gitu. Harus tunggu.
Udah batangnya ya.
Ya, gitu sih.
Oke, terus kalau hijauan tuh sebenarnya juga di luar negeri masih banyak demand tinggi untuk tanaman ini.
Ini apa tanaman apa?
UPI.
Oke.
Ya salah satu yang ada, kalau orang-orang US kan dia akan lihat ke NSI ya, dan NSI ada ini, jadi masih banyak juga yang bertanya maksudnya can I get that UPI bla bla bla, dan kebetulan di Indonesia sebenarnya masih banyak yang punya hasil taninya gitu loh untuk menjadi demand ekspor, dan harganya masih sangat bagus sekali untuk di luar gitu.
Kalau gue ya notice si Jupi ini, dia waktu dia masih remaja gitu mata tunasnya belum gitu kelihatan.
Bener.
Gue kalau kamu lihat di sini nih, udah kelihatan kan mata tunas kan.
Tapi pas
kalau
gede,
batangnya gede kita bisa.
banyak banget.
Jadi mencacahnya tuh sangat
Mudah.
ini ya.
Actually, when we got the bigger leaf like this and the bigger stem like this ya, jadi kayak one leaf itu is more easy rather than the juvenile
Di
form.
bawah. Dan di bawah itu pengalaman aku ya, belum tentu satu ruas itu ada mata tunas.
Oh ya?
Ya,
Iya.
bisa jadi dua daun baru ada satu mata tunas.
Mungkin udah mati kali ya.
Aduh,
Bener.
kenapa ya kayak gitu ya waktu masih
Cuman
muda?
yang aku sadar tuh kayak orang bilang tanaman perlu teduh, actually they really need light. The more kayak tanaman teduh getting more light, dia akan lebih kayak gini, dia akan widerkan ruas-ruasnya gitu loh. Dibanding kalau terlalu teduh dia akan rapot sekali perluasnya. Karena dia kayak dia build up energy untuk bangun foundation supaya dia bisa serap banyak
Harus itu
energi.
juga ya, harus balance juga karena kalau misalnya kebanyakan sun stress terus juga daunnya agak kuning.
Iya,
kan? Kalau
daunnya
lightnya
agak
banyak.
too many light.
Aduh, yang sering gue lihat gini sih tadi. Yang kecil gini, cuman ini gini ya. Kebanyakan pupuk atau gimana?
Memang nanti mature formnya akan lebih lebar.
Oh, jadi nggak kurus di atas.
Enggak,
gitu ya?
enggak akan kurus di atas. Gitu.
Ini di belakang kamu apa tuh, Drew?
Oke. This is what we call biletier, variegated biletier.
Gede banget.
Gede
Ini di
banget.
bawah udah dipotong. Jadi udah keluar tuh.
Sudah dikuret.
Dan anaknya daunnya langsung besar ya?
Ya, ya.
Ini gitu kan ya?
Anaknya ya?
Ini,
Iya.
ini daun-daun.
Lucu banget.
Iya kan? Jadi kalau the bigger mother plant, the bigger ini anaknya ya.
Pasnya
Dan-
kalau potong dia yang support ya yang sini ya.
Iya.
Saya baru melihat sebuah tunjangan inovasi untuk akar dengan menggunakan pipa. Ini bukan tanaman isinya, tapi hanya akar.
Pipa dan ada satu pot lagi di belakang tuh buat
Nah,
ini dua pot.
dua pot hanya untuk turus penunjangnya
Ini kita
saja.
udah melihat turus
Sangat optimis.
Sangat optimis ya. Gemilang cahaya menuju puncak.
Optimis.
Cuman jadi pola grow-nya gitu ya. Kan biasanya ngelingkar kan. Ini naik juga ternyata ya.
Ya memang bilik kan ngerambat.
Tapi nanti akan ngelingker juga kan di atas kan kalau
Semua filo ini pada akhirnya ketika dia mencapai suatu tujuan akhir, dia melihat cahaya cukup, sirkulasi anginnya bagus, dia akan menghancurkan semua daun yang di bawah dan akan menjadi suatu form bentuk yang roset di atas,
Menghancurkan.
membunuh, merontokkan.
Apa bahasa Inggrisnya, Chan?
Rontokannya ya wilting.
Wilting the leaf, gitu kan.
Jadi kayak
Kayak
ngeroset
pohon,
dulu di bawah.
roset dulu di bawah, terus dia ngerambat. Ketika dia menemukan potensial light, potensial ketinggian,
Kayak, ini
heat,
rumah gue nih gitu kan.
potential winding solution, potential temperatur, yang di bawah tuh akan dimatiin, dia akan tumbuh roset di atas. Nemenin si inflorescence-nya, si bunganya gitu. Itu yang terjadi sama hampir semua filo yang
Terus
yang
kalau misalnya di
merambat.
bawahnya kayak misalnya rusak gitu ya, kepotong gitu, di atasnya tetap survive.
Tetap
kan?
survive.
Yang di bawahnya dia bakalan keluar
Bener.
yang baru gitu.
Makanya sebenarnya paling bagus memang dia harus merambat ke pohon karena nutrisinya dia terjaga dari si pohon itu.
Now we here in front of variegated mint monstera. There is some type.
It's very different from the
Yeah.
white, yeah.
Actually, we name it differently. Like this one, we call it white
mint.
mint.
White mint.
White
some
mint.
some people call it ghost mint, and then this is just the regular mint.
So it's made because it's light green.
Yeah,
And this is a little bit more white. Is that why it's called?
yeah.
Are they from the same plant? Or are they...
I think it's not.
Yeah, actually, no. From that one, both of that from different mother plants. But as we know that white mint comes from the mints, the mutation of mints, right?
Correct.
When they turns to be full albo, and then by the time they will get the chlorophyll. You know that. Let's see this one. Yeah, it's turned to be white mint before.
From
Before
the
they got
regular mint.
the regular mint, and then I think it's probably will be white mints
Yeah.
later because by the time they get the chlorophylls, and then it make it strength.
Actually, the first one, this is from regular mint, and then they have the new plant with albino leaf, and then you see, this is full albino.
albino.
That's why they burn out.
Mm.
And then by the time they like adapt to have green, they force themselves to produce green,
Yeah.
and then make it turn like this.
Mm.
So this is almost white, but then does it turn this color later or no?
No.
It's
It
always
will
white.
turn like this
White.
actually.
Okay. So this is all the white mint.
Yeah,
No.
No?
All of this is the mint.
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 All of this is the mint. Even though that they have different patterns.
Oh.
These plants is I got these plants from the one leaves cutting from this. This is one mother plants. I just have it about 2019, one mother plants, and then I chop it in 2020 November's, I think. We chop it about 5 leaves cuttings, and then
120.
every single leaves has different patterns.
Yeah.
Like this one becoming like half moons, and then this one also becoming the regular means. The other ones, this one half moon as well. Yeah, this is the marble ones. Yeah, the pattern is very relative.
From one mother plant.
From one
can
mother
turn
plants.
like many pattern.
Wow. Very nice. Very different from our regular
Yes,
elbow. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oro the highest price right now.
So far, I think, but I don't know. Some other collector they have different delicious mints.
Yeah.
Some people call it white
White tear.
white tears. I don't know the price. Current
It's not
price there.
created yet, I think.
Yeah, no one can predict the price, but so far, for the common plant of the Monstera, I think this is the highest demand right now.
So how do you manage with local demand and then from overseas? Because in local it's already high demand also, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because I am the exporter, so I need to maintain my customers there in overseas, right? So even though, like I told you before, even though the local price is higher than overseas, I will sold there overseas. Like this one, every single leaf in one leaf cuttings sold all to the Singapore, actually. So I didn't sell it here locally to maintain my business in the future.
Yeah.
Because we have what's that? We have a vision to be a plant exporter in the future, right? The biggest plant exporter in the future. So we need to maintain the engagement with the customers.
Kayak tadi Mas Riko sempat mention ada mint yang deliciosa, terus ada yang deliciosa var borsigana ya. Kalau yang kita lihat di depan ini kayak kebanyakan yang borsigana ya Mas ya.
Borsi, I think.
Ya, karena kalau borsi stemnya agak lebih jarang gitu ya. Jadi istilahnya kalau masih gampang ngekatnya itu. Benar. Nah, sebenarnya yang deliciosa juga ada yang mint type-nya ya. Biasanya nama dagangnya apa sih? White tear
White tears, ya white tears.
White tears, ada juga yang bilang mint deliciosa.
Mint deliciosa.
Kayak gitu.
Yeah. But the leaves forms it's I think more nggak terlalu shape ya. Kalau itu kan dia agak kayak white monster, agak bulat gitu kan.
Terus tengahnya kan kayak yang tebel banget
Iya.
This is the mutation of Thai constellation.
Yeah, we call it cream brulee, right?
Cream brulee.
Yes.
we know that Thai constellation they have a lot of splash and spark variegated form, but in the cream brulee we can see that they more have a wider yellow or creamy variegation.
Yes.
Right, so that's why they call it creamy brulee. Okay.
So it's a mutation found here, and
No. There, I think the mutations come from the laboratory, actually from the tissue cultures, and then they separate it and they grow it. Actually, mostly.
And this grows slower than the regular Thai constellation.
Yes.
I'm guessing?
Yes.
Really,
Yes.
really.
Which is already a slow grower. Right?
Yes.
Really slow growing.
Overlapping variegation.
Yeah.
Very pretty. It's like almost like three colors.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the regular Thai con doesn't have this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
There is that
A little bit, not like this. Yeah.
Some people call it as a green on green variegated, I think.
This is Monstera deliciosa ya.
I think so, because very slow grow.
Yeah.
Very slow grow, and then as you see that the patterns is quite what's that the forms
Round, ya?
like white monster, something like that, right?
Ininya nih, tengahnya tuh lebih tebal.
The midrib, we call it midrib.
Midrib. Okay.
Midrib. So the variegation is very unique, I think, because the green itself is overlapping by the more light green.
Yeah.
But
Green on green.
so
Jadi
that's why we
Okay.
call it green on green. It's different with the aurea. Aurea maybe more lime green. This is light green. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Light green overlap on the dark green.
Yes.
Is this more expensive than the Aurea?
Depending on the kind of aurea. If the aurea is the regular one, I think this is more expensive. But if we compare to the yellow marlin, I think this is lower. I think. Let me show you the other interesting. Just wait here.
What do you prefer? Aurea or this?
In your humble opinion,
Neither.
why?
I never liked the Aurea. I got it in a swap. That's why I just felt like I needed to have it. But I don't know. I felt like, for example, the Thai constellation is much nicer than the Aurea. But that's just my personal
For
take.
me, I don't really like this type of Monstera, but since I want to have them all, so I just
Yeah. I do too, actually.
Yeah, I just want to show you that there's another interesting when we call that as Monstera green on green variegation. We have it
On skin depth.
the skin dapsus as well, green on green variegated, right?
Yeah.
So back to the Indonesian pride. it's quite interesting because we know that Monstera green on green, then everything here come from overseas, right?
Yeah.
And then we import it, we grow it as a special plants. But otherwise, we have another special here also, right? To be promoted for the global market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same. We can call it green on green variegations.
Scindapsus.
The Scindapsus, right?
Scindapsus green on green.
Exotic.
Exotica.
Exotica.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the interesting plants. I think the same variegation pattern.
Kalau untuk classical apa? Anthurium, pasarnya ada nggak Om?
Depend. The classical Anthurium is not really interesting right now for the
Global market.
but some peoples there we can map it, like in the Europe they like for the Anthurium for the like what's that Clarinervium, something like that.
Yeah.
They love it, but
They left the velvety leaf, right?
yes.
Yeah.
But for the Thailand and then let's say for the ASEAN market, they don't really like that, but they like the variegation.
Hmm.
Yes. This is the sweet love, right?
Sweet
This
love.
Sweet love. I just bought it. I think
So
last year.
for all of you viewers in Indonesia, actually, sweet love, the green form of sweet love is a really underrated plant. And then, actually, to be honest, for me, I just knew that there is a variegation of sweet love itself. So, yeah, this is actually quite interesting for the collector's item, right? Because I really, maybe I can really notice that this is quite rare for a collector. What do you think, Sean?
This is amazing. I'm staring at this because even this is variegated.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the flower.
And they are flowering very readily, but it doesn't set seed often. Yeah, this one.
They have it.
They do?
have it. I just harvested yesterday. I think
Nice.
we get 11 seeds.
Self-pollinate
Big growth.
or self-pollinating, or do you have to pollinate it?
No.
Self.
Self-pollinate.
Damn. A good plan to get then.
Yeah.
Good investment.
Yeah, we hope that the seeds are actually
Variegated.
variegated, yeah. But sometimes they
I
can.
have this baby version. It's really a long time to grow.
Yeah.
Especially like you
Yeah.
have a really nice variegation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to become this big, I think it will take some time.
Yeah.
I bought it last year's. I think about 2,000 USD
As a big plant.
as a
right?
big plant
Oh.
because I expect becoming a mother plant only.
And now she is.
Yeah, locally. But I don't know. Currently, for the price here, I think it could be more than 5,000. I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, globally.
For a small plant.
No. This
For
this
this
big.
size.
This big.
Okay.
Ini Blue Albo ya?
Yes.
Scindapsus Blue Albo. Cantik banget. Jadi kalau mature-nya ya, the leaf-nya more bluish,
Yeah.
bluish.
Like a silver sometimes.
Iya. Terus warnanya tricolor gitu ya.
Yeah.
As I know the history, this is come from Indonesia and then some exported, sent to the Thailand, and then it's becoming popular in Thailand. Here, the people who exported before, then they don't have any other plants. Even one mother plant they don't have. So we need to buy back. It's very regrettable, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the situation. Sometimes we cannot recognize what plants that's supposed to be sold directly, but which plant we need to get produce more to be sold, I think.
Yeah. But I think now you found a balance. Yeah. Better.
Yeah.
Staphylophora tetrasphera.
Crazy.
Nah, yang gue beli marble.
Iya marble, tapi ya memang dengan megang marble kan.
Iya.
Gua-
Ini potensial durhakanya
Gede ya.
banget.
Sini.
Ini aja.
Gue ngambil dua akhirnya mas.
Iya.
Satu gue ngambil yang flag, satu ngambil yang marble.
Oh, oke, aman sih marble sih.
Iya, lihat yang mana.
Harganya
Sama di luar juga gila ya?
parah.
Parah.
Satu daun
Satu daun 2000.
20 juta.
20.000 salah. 200 juta. Oh.
Lebih coy.
Hah, soalnya ada lebih ya?
Ya enggak 20.000 kan berarti 3 kali 15.000 300 juta.
Kisaran itulah. Itu enggak sih, gua terakhir dari Eropa gua ditawarin 12.000 euro. 12 juta lah ya. Dari Thailand gue ditawarin 15.000 USD sama 12 juta. Berarti kan
Sedaun ya?
Sedaun.
Yang warna
Marble.
marble.
This is big colors. I think, yeah, it's quite popular.
Back then.
Last years, I think, one leaf you can get like 10 million IDR here in Indonesia. But right now, some people sell it like 2 million, 3 million, something like that. I have about 50 mother plants.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a target become 100 pieces, I think. You can imagine for 100 pieces by colors, and then I sold it 5 millions for the wholesale times 100 pieces. How much?
500,000.
35,000 USD.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to grow it more. When the plants drop, you need to balance it with the quantity, right?
Yeah.
So I don't care if people sell it 2 million, 3 million. I don't care it. I keep and grow it,
Okay.
right? Because we expect for the quality of the plants for like 3 leaves and then 4 leaves for the wholesale 5 millions. My customers there in overseas, they can sell 1,000 USD.
Okay.
I think it's quite fair for international market. So yeah, that's our strategy. So people don't be
Scared.
don't be scared about the current situations. Just grow what you have.
Okay.
It's becoming money when you have many quantity. Yeah, that's the strategy, I think.
Yeah.
Batch pertama lah.
Batch pertama-tama awal-awal ya, makanya udah segede gini.
Ya nggak terlalu keurus sih.
Nggak terlalu keurus.
Tuh ada 2 cabang, 3 bahkan begitu.
Dulu strategi awalnya gimana, Mas? Patungan ya katanya ya?
Patungan. Jadi si Pak Chandra lah katakan, dia challenge kita nih sebagai eksportir. Gue nggak akan jual lokal sebelum lu bisa ekspor.
Oh, I see.
Itu satu aja. Jadi ya at least kita bisa promote. Terus yang kedua, harga tuh bisa keset gitu kan. Nah akhirnya aku bisa tembusin 1 ekspor ke UK gitu kan. Nah ada satu batch tuh sekitar 5 kalau nggak salah. 5 atau ya 5 lah gitu. 1 ekspor, 1 aku beli karena emang expect mau produksi. Patungan lah tuh. Aku Mbak Ayu sama Kak
Tapi
Regi.
gede ya waktu itu ya?
Gede, daunnya udah segini tuh. Ini nih, daunnya udah segini nih. Gitu. Nah karena di luar tuh masih kecil-kecil banget daunnya. Nah itu yang akhirnya ya kita produce lah bareng-bareng gitu, yang punyaku jalan sendiri. Oh itu pengalaman pertama tuh, punyaku tak potong, pucuknya mati.
Ya,
Pucuknya mati tuh, $4.000 tuh.
Oke.
Jadi usia
Resiko
itu pengalaman,
ya.
nggak apa-apa, karena kan kita berinvest gitu kan, jadi harus tahu gitu. Jadi setiap kegagalan aku anggap belajar, walaupun itu ada loss of money di situ gitu kan, itu dianggap belajar, nggak apa-apa gitu. Nah jadi dari beli dua, 1 patungan, 1 tak cutting, 1 ruas dapat 4 ruas tuh, benar-benar 1 ruas tuh tanpa daun pancing, pucuknya mati.
Oh.
Itu growing lagi dari 0, dari daun 1, 2 gitu kan. Ya itu sih akhirnya dapat returnnya di situ gitu. Tapi yang ini memang kita udah jual berapa kali lah, pokoknya udah, ya kalau bahasanya anak-anak sini mah udah kuah.
Udah kuah ya.
Mau di cutting juga aduh males banget udah. Gak ke maintain.
Udah sempat berbunga, Mas?
Belum. Harusnya sih
Mas.
memang dirambat itu.
Spiritus Sancti itu yang belakangnya merah. Spiritus
Iya.
Sancti. Spiritus Sancti taruh di bawah.
Tadi kan kamu sempat mention tuh kamu katanya nggak gitu suka sama Monstera aurea gitu kan. Kamu tuh sebenarnya tipenya kayak gimana sih? Sukanya tanaman yang kayak apa sih?
Macam-macam. Ini suka Zamia.
Tapi kalau misalnya bisa digaris besar itu tanaman yang kayak apa?
Biasanya tanaman yang di depan aku yang aku paling suka.
Maksudnya gimana sih? Gimana sih?
Really nice too. This Colocasia.
Oke.
Very nice. Look at this. Bagus. And this is actually my wish list plant. This is the Fridex Regatta. Yeah. My first time seeing it actually. Very nice. But this is also not easy, because there are spider mites growing. But this is very common here.
Do you know that Alocasia is really spider mite magnet.
They are. They go hand in hand.
But most of people are make that name for the alocasia itself. You have Spider-Mites magnet. Yeah, alocasia is really Spider-Mites magnet.
Every species of Zamia I like. The raven, the Zenzi, I really like as well.
Because it's really easy to propagate. Yeah, you can propagate from the leaves, right?
Yeah, and their growth pattern,
Yeah.
they just go big or go home. They put out a whole shoot all at once. But yeah, very beautiful plant.
Udah gitu aja ya, jalan-jalan kita.
Oke.
Dengan tadi bahasa Inggris apa adanya ya.
Bahasa Inggris West Coast. Ya, thank you Sean, thank you Mas Riko.
Nanti kalau misalnya sobat potensi mau nanya tentang ekspor, mungkin mau ikut-ikut ya.
Ya, Mas Riko biasanya bikin itu kayak webinar. Dia bikin webinar tuh tentang ekspor.
Kontak aja mas. Asik.
Gitu.
Ntar ya,
Oke.
sedikit.
Jangan lupa minum.